What if I told you there's a secret that those in power don't want you to know? A secret that can transform your entire reality. Imagine unlocking abundance, joy, creativity, all by doing just this one thing. Now, what I'm going to share with you is not magic. It's actually grounded in science and even taught by the ancients. In this video, I'm going to share with you how to align yourself with your highest potential by shifting just this one thing, your vibration. Plus, I'm going to share with you 8 techniques to help you maintain that vibration. And these are the same techniques that these groups in power don't want you to know. So the universe is made up of 2 types of frequencies, right? High frequency and low frequency. So we can even change those from frequency to vibration. They're really the same thing. So when we talk about, being high vibe, right? We're inspired, we're excited, we're eager, we're really wanting to taste life, right? And then the other side, low vibes, right? We're depressed, we're a wet blanket, we don't want to get out of bed, and we're ultimately just hating life, right? So the importance of understanding these 2 things is going to be how you're able to navigate these 2 emotions. Now, whenever you are experiencing either one of those emotions, it's going to take some practice, but you need you to be aware of what does that feel like to you? What does high vibration mean to you? What does it mean to be in low vibration? What experiences are happening around you to trigger these emotional responses, whether it's a positive or negative? And so if you are being surrounded by community or friends or loved ones and it's making you feel high vibe, and then be around those people. Or let's say you're hanging around with a person that is always complaining and always depressed or has something that they're just always complaining about, then acknowledge that and ask yourself, do I need to be around this person so much? And I'm not saying you get rid of these people, and remove them from your life. But what I'm asking you to do is just decide what is serving you. But in order to do that, you need to realistically ask yourself, do I want to continue being around those kind of people? Do I want to continue to be around that kind of vibe? Now, it goes far beyond than people as well. It goes into content. It goes into music. It goes into frequencies of even music, right? The hertz. Kanye West talks all about this, right? But even the content, the movies you watch, the shows you consume, even the food, all of those things are shifting your frequencies. So if you're eating high vibe, raw, clean food, that's going to affect your frequency. But if you're always eating processed food, things that are in boxes, things that have dye in it and sugar, that's going to make you feel low vibe, right? You have that sugar crash. That's low vibe. So all of these things that you're consuming throughout the day, it's affecting your energy. And if you're unaware of all of this, it's a downhill slope. And that's where the ones in power, they really want to capitalize. They want to affect those who are completely oblivious from their emotions and how they can be able to control them. They want to trigger people. They want to create unrest in people, because if that can happen, then all that energy that wants to go towards them, right, those in power, is being shifted to everyone else and attacking themselves and others. So all of this is by design. It's really fucked up, I know, but that's just the truth. So as you start making these shifts and start noticing how your vibration is actually affecting your perception, then things will start magically happening, right? You'll start becoming more clear. You'll start being more inspired. You might have new ideas. You might find passions, or even align yourself with people who are on that same path with you. Don't be surprised if people in your past who kind of vibrate at these lower frequencies begin to fade away. This is just part of the process. And what's happening is that your frequency is ascending, is reaching to that next level. And the universe and the world, whatever you want to call it, God, all the things, is now opening new pathways for you, because it's seeing that you're doing the work And now you're shifting yourself to now being receptive to receiving all those things the universe wants to give you. The universe is abundant in nature. It's always generous. It's always flowing. The question is it doing it? The question is more, are you receiving it? And the way that you receive it is by opening your vibrational field. It's by unlocking all the things within your heart, within your mind, all those triggers, and being able to just let it all go and be receptive to it. Now, this is not an easy task. This is something that does take some time and it does take some work. But I promise you, it's worth doing, because the more that you're able to dive in with yourself to unlock all of these different levels of trauma, of abandonment, all these things that just kind of held you down, more opportunities are going to find you. You see, I spent most of my younger years in that low vibration, right? And I was depressed, I was sad, I had a lot of worry and anxiety. And until I started kind of noticing that the world and the universe is from my making, of my creation, I started to then make these little minute shifts, right? And I started to ask myself deep questions. What is this world made of? How do I fit in? Why do I experience life from this limited lens? And the more that I started to deconstruct my being and my belief systems, then all of these vibrational frequencies started to allow themselves to come through, because I was really breaking down the wall. And a lot of people have walls, whether they're aware of them or not. Now, these are walls that your parents helped build, that your schooling helped build, that the bully helped build, all of those things. But ultimately, it's there by design. It's there to protect you into what is perceiving it as something to save you. But those in power, the elite, they use that to take advantage of you. They use it to be able to conform you to a belief system that they want you to have, right? About how the world works and how you fit in. But the more that you do this work, the more you start realizing that's all bullshit, and that you are the creator of your own destiny. You're the creator of your own universe. And that the more that you do the vibrational attunements within yourself, and when I say that, I'm really trying to say when you're doing the inner work, right? The inner work being meditation, journaling, even having conversations with people who are the same kind of vibrational frequency that you are, or that you want to match to, all of those beliefs start shifting and changing. You see, the universe wants to give you a whole new perception of reality, because it knows that you can handle it. But you have to expand on the possibility that there's something bigger out there. There's something bigger than you, and that you're ready to accept it. So let's dive into these 8 fundamental secrets that you can use to help shift your energy, okay? So the first one is movement. A lot of people live sedentary lives. They're on TikTok, they have desk jobs, or they're, watching TV, right? A lot of people don't really move their bodies. So just being able to move your physical form, and doesn't even have to be lifting weights. It could just be doing jumping jacks, or jumping in place, or dancing, going on walks. All those things will help shift your frequency. Think of yourself as an instrument, and your instrument is bringing in energy. And if your instrument isn't being moved, things will get stagnant and things will clump up. So the more they're able to be free and able to move, and that's why like yoga and Tai Chi and all these things that revolve with movement and flow are so powerful, because you're allowing that energy to flow through you and come out in a way that's beneficial to you and that's not being gunked up within yourself. So the second thing is you have to protect your energy at all costs. You have to set boundaries. You have to be very honest with people. If there's something you don't want to do, then don't do it. If there's certain people you don't want to hang out with because they bring you down, then don't hang out with them. It's so important to really honor what it is that you're feeling, because the more that you dishonor that, the more energy depleting it is. But the more that you're able to speak your truth and be honest and be radical about your honesty honesty is so important. You have to be transparent, because the more that you betray yourself, and that's what you're doing when you don't set boundaries, the more depleting your energy is going to be. And we want to build up your energy. So honor yourself, honor what it is that you want, and be very clear, be very direct, and let people know, this is what I'm asking for. This is what I'm expecting. And people will respect you for it. And it's a scary thing. And to be honest, it's something I'm working through too. So this isn't like, hey, I've done all this, I have all the answers. This is just, hey, I'm on this journey alongside with you, and this is part of my process too. Now, the next thing is you have to take out the trash, right? You have to declutter. Make sure that your environment is clean, that everything is organized, everything is placed where they need to be. Take out your recycling. All of that is super important, because your environment reflects your emotional and mental state, like I've mentioned before. So that goes with your home. So make sure you have a clean home, because your home is the embodiment of your temple, right? And your temple also being you. So whenever you do clean out those things outside of yourself, there's an internal cleaning happening within you too. And the more that you get into that mindset of decluttering, you're going to start realizing, hey, there's certain things or certain thoughts that are repeating, or there's certain experiences and trauma that keep coming up. Maybe I should look into that. All of those things are really important. And it's an inner and outer clutter. Now, the next thing is gratitude, right? Gratitude and appreciation. I've mentioned this before. It's basically like the cheat codes of the universe. So what I suggest you doing is have a journal and just write for like 5 minutes. What are you grateful for? What things in your life have propelled you into the person that you are, that you love about yourself? Who has impacted you in your life? Now, if you take it to the next step, reach out to those people, right? And let them know how much they mean to you, and how much you've evolved, and how much you've changed, because you have them in your life. Gratitude is one of those things that you can't feel angry, you can't feel upset, you can't feel sad when you're in that frequency of gratitude. Gratitude is such a powerful feeling that people overlook. And gratitude could be something as so simple as the house that you live in, the clothes that you're wearing, right? Even the air that you're breathing. It doesn't have to be these monumental things. And maybe you're in a state in your life, or the season of your life, where you don't really have much around you. So the more that you can just kind of see what's something that you might take for granted and give appreciation to that, that's going to help you shift that frequency. Now, the next thing I want to share is visualization. Now, I love visualization. Visualization is really the talent of using your imagination to create worlds that don't currently exist, but you're tapping into the quantum realm where all possibilities, all these strands of realities are co-mingling together. And your imagination, the way you visualize, is really like the quantum jump into those realities. So the secret here is to bring those realities bring them into your being, and to experience them before even having them. Neville Goddard, he talks about how feeling is the secret. And in order to have the wish fulfilled, which is the desire that you're looking for, the goal you're wanting to reach, you need to be able to feel it first. If you're able to bring it into your vibration, to bring it into this current present moment, the faster it will happen. And it comes that way with just not with manifesting things, but with emotional states. So if you are feeling alone or frustrated or angry, going within and asking yourself, what does joy feel like? What does happiness feel like? And then tap into that world, tap into that frequency using quantum jumping visualizations to bring that reality in and be able to embody that and lock that within yourself. Now, quantum jumping, visualization, all of these things, they're not super hard things to do. You already do it. Daydreaming is a form of that. Getting lost in your thoughts is a form of that. The thing is you're doing it unconsciously. Now imagine if you were to take that level of creativity and be intentional with it. What worlds and what emotional states and what realities would you create? Now, the sixth thing is affirmations. Affirmations they kind of get a bad rap, right? I'm a big believer of affirmations. I think the way that you talk to yourself, I think the way that you repeat the same words within your mind, like consciously or subconsciously, is going to affect how you view and how you perceive things. So it's important to be very conscious of how you're talking to yourself, what words are you using throughout your day, and to make little minute shifts. So you can notice these things in conversations about how you talk about yourself, or even how you talk about someone else. Now, the easiest way to help shift that is to start writing down things like, I am, and then fill in the point, right? So I am, friendly, right? If you feel like you're having social anxiety, right? I feel loved if you're looking for a relationship. So think of all the things that you want. Think of all the things that you feel like you don't have, that you're lacking, and flip the script and embody those things by creating those affirmations. What I like to do too is write down affirmations, and sometimes I'll leave post-it notes around the house, so then I see it. Another thing you can do is use your day-to-day actions as triggers. So for instance, let's say every time I open the fridge, I am healthy, I'm abundant, I consume healthy foods, living foods, right? Or every time I check my bank account, I have $1 million in there. I have financial freedom. So the things that you do every day that you're already doing, just start using those as triggers to help create those affirmations for you. Now, the next thing is mindfulness and meditation. Doing some things to help you really tap back into your inner experience and your inner reality. This can be anything from, doing yoga, doing Tai Chi, to sitting down and being introspective. All those things are helping you create space. And that's ultimately what we want, because we're always intaking information. We're always being bombarded by frequencies around us. Meditation is like emptying the glass and refilling the cup with clean, clear water. And the more that you're able to do that, the more you're able to remove the gunk and all those trapped emotions and frequencies and vibrations that are within you begin emptying itself. You're giving it the space. And when you are meditating, I'm not asking you to ignore those things or to not think. It's really about creating the space for those things to express itself, right? And you want to express itself in a way that is safe, and meditation allows you to do that. Whenever you ignore it, those frequencies and vibrations are trapped, and they get bigger and bigger and bigger, and then they start manifesting themselves into sickness or disease and things like that. So the more you're able to meditate, the more you're able to do these mindfulness exercises, the less that these emotions are going to take hold. Now, you can do other things other than meditation. I mean, people like running as a form of mental clarity, or ice baths or saunas, all those things. I think really what it comes down to is what's going to get you in that state of being able to just empty yourself so you can refill yourself up with higher vibrations. Now, the eighth and final point is you want to surround yourself with high vibe people. And high vibe, meaning what it means to me at least, is people who I look up to. These could be friends, right? Mentors, people in my family that I am just magnetized towards. And they're doing things that are impactful and doing some things of importance to them. And you can see that life just opens doorways for them. You ever know those people that everything just happens for that person, right? Find those people and be around them, because those frequency and energies will rub off on you in proximity. Now, I'm not asking you to be a leech. You want to be respectful and you want to honor your friendship. But what I am saying is that those people are going to have more of an impact on you than people who are on the lower end of the spectrum and who are trapped in the scarcity mindset or trapped into the past. And you just want to be aware that those people can pull your energy down, but the more that you're around these high vibe people, your energy will rise, right? And it just through hanging out with them, right? That's what's going to help you shift your frequency and vibration too. Now, these tips and strategies, these aren't an overnight, solution. This is something that's going to take some dedication, and this is the work. This is what the ancients call the work. This is something you're going to have to do throughout your life, and it's going to require you to be able to have a clear direction on where you want to go, what that next phase of your life is going to look like, and that you're capable and that you're deserving of having those things. So whenever you begin your process, just know that there are going to be times where you are not thinking high vibe and you're not going to be feeling great, and that's okay. And that's part of the process. And it's not about you feeling that way as a bad thing. It's about what are you going to do with that emotion? What are you going to allow yourself to succumb to? Are you going to succumb to the trap, the things that you may have always done? Or are you going to ask yourself, hey, I honor this. I see this for what it is. Now I'm choosing a different way to see it. I choose a different path. So I hope this video was helpful. If you did stick around to the end, just want to say thank you. Please leave a comment. Let me know if you have any questions, or if you have a topic you'd like me to discuss, and just let me know in general, what things are you doing in your life to help make these little minute shifts? And I'd love to hear how these videos are helping you. And if there's anything I can do to help support you on your journey, please let me know. Now, I would like for you to also, for me, is to hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that bell notification, because the more you interact with this video, the more that you're able to, share your feedback, the more that it helps this video reach a master audience. Master? Is that a word? To help reach a mass audience for me and help widen this footprint that I can help and impact more people. So thanks again for watching. Hope you have an amazing day, and I will talk to you soon.